Do you have a special place you like to go when you need to get creative? Like a room in your house? An area somewhere in your bedroom? Or maybe even a special place around your neighborhood? I remember as a little kid, my special place was a large cardboard box that sat inside my bedroom. Almost like my secret little clubhouse. I kept all my comic books and drawing supplies in there. It was a special place where all my creativity began, and it eventually became my creative think tank. So I guess this mask I wear today is symbolic of that cardboard box that I had as a child. If you have a special place you like to go to get creative, I'd love to hear about it. Just drop it down in the comments below. So this topic has inspired today's lesson. We're going to be creating a sketch illustration of Batman. Now for this lesson, I'm using a 6B pencil. I'm going to use a side grip using the flat edge of my pencil. We're going to sketch a large circle in the center of our page. Let's start from the very top. Start by using these short, choppy lines going all the way around towards the bottom of our circle. And just go back up and work in the right side. Now from here I want to add some guidelines to help with the placement of some of the facial features. Let's start with a straight line coming down the center of our page. We start at the very top of our circle. Start with a straight line coming all the way down. Bring this all the way down towards the bottom of our page. I'm also going to add a guideline on the side of the circles. Just going all the way up to the top. And then down towards the bottom. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to add some guides going across our page from left to right. Let's start with the center of the circle, starting on the left. And then we'll add a guide along the top and bottom of our circle. Now for this character, I'm going to be tilting the head forward, so the eye line is going to sit down along the bottom of our circle. So let's start back on the left, draw a straight line going across, just halfway between the center line and the bottom. Now we're going to leave a gap in between the eyes, so we're going to add two lines on the inside edge of the eye. So from the center, we're going to step out towards the left, just sketch a straight line coming all the way down towards the bottom. We'll take that same distance over on the right. Now let's go in and block out the eyes. We're going to start on the left side of the circle. We're going to draw a curve that comes down and then in towards the middle, and then go up and out on the right. And then we'll draw the outside edge of the eye. From this bottom corner, we're going to draw a straight angle line going up and in. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to go halfway along this line and curve the bottom of the eye, coming down, and then just pull that in towards the inside of the eye along this guideline. And then from this point, we'll draw a straight line coming in towards the brow. Now we're going to move down and draw the tip of the nose. Starting on the left side, and draw an angled line coming down and in towards the middle, and we'll pull that up and out towards the right. And then from the sides, we're going to angle up and in towards the center, in between the eyes. Now the top edge of the mask is going to start from the side of the nose and curve up and out. So let's start out here. We're going to curve up and out towards this point, and then do the same thing on the right. Now the top edge of the mouth is going to touch the tip of the nose. So we're going to start over on the left. We're going to curve down towards that tip and pull that up on the right side. And then we'll bend down the corners of the mouth. Starting on the left, curve out, and then down with a short line. Let's move back over towards the left side and draw on the bottom of the mouth. We're going to curve down the middle, and then back up on the right. Now I'm going to step down, draw a short curve, going down and up for the lower lip. Now we're going to locate the bottom of the chin just underneath the lip. So we're going to step down right about here, draw a straight line going across. Now to locate the corners of the jaw, we're going to line this up with the tip of the nose. So from here we're going to draw a straight line going out towards the left and right side. And then the width of the chin is going to be the same as the mouth. So we're going to start on the corner of the mouth. Just sketch a line coming down towards the chin on both sides. And then we'll move back up towards the jaw and draw a straight angled line coming down towards the corner of the chin. Now we're going to move back up and locate the tip of the ears. We'll start on the top corner of the eye and draw a straight line going all the way up towards the top to right about there, and do the same thing on the right. We also want to pull the brow forward, so we're going to start on the inside corner of the eye and draw a curve that goes up and out towards that line. And then we'll go back up to the top and curve the brow, going out and then down towards the outside corner of the eye. Let's go back up to the top point of the ear. We're going to curve this out and then blend this down towards the outside of the circle. And then from the top, we're going to curve the ear coming down and then in towards that line along the top of the circle. And then from the inside of the ear, we're going to curve out and then down towards that line where it meets the circle. I'm also going to bump up the top of the head. We're going to start from the inside of the ear, we're going to curve up in the middle, and then bend that down on the right. Let's draw on the top edge of the shoulders. Starting from the jaw, we're going to curve out and then down toward the left and right. Now at this stage, I want to go back in and lightly erase some of those initial guidelines we created at the beginning. Now at this stage, we're going to go back in and start shaping out the face. We're going to start with the inside edge of the mask. So starting on the left side, just underneath the cheek, draw a straight angle line coming down and in on both sides. Now from the bottom, we're going to curve down and then bend that in towards the bottom corner of the chin. We also want to pull out the cheekbones. So we're going to start on the side of the head, curve down and out towards the side. And we'll curve down and then in towards the cheekbone. And then we'll add a little bit more shape to the jaw. Starting on the left, we'll come down and just bend that out. We'll round out the jaw and just pull that in underneath the chin. Now we're going to go in and start separating the light and shadow areas of the drawing. Starting from the tip of the ear, come around and then down towards the inside, just bending the inside of the ears. And then we'll lightly shade the inside of the ears. We're also going to add a shadow in the center of the forehead. Starting from the tip of the brow, starting on the left, we're going to curve up and then down. And then we'll lightly shade that center area. Starting from the top left, just work our way over towards the right. I'm also going to shade in the top edge of the eyes, starting on the left, just underneath the brow. Let's move to the inside corners of the eye. I'm going to draw a curve, coming down and then out on both sides. And we'll shade in the inside, right beside the nose. And I'll move out to the side and lightly shade in the jaws. Now it's time to start adding some detail to our drawing. I'm going to use the tip of my pencil and start with the upper brow. Let's start with the left side. Starting on the inside, just follow that curve going up, then out. And do the same thing on the right. Let's pull the brow up along the inside. Starting on the left, go up, and then bend that out. And then we'll connect the inside corners of the brow with a curve, going down and then up. And we'll go in and add some shape around the eyes, starting on the left. We'll come down towards the bottom of the eye, and then pull that in. Let's define the shadow around the eyes. And we'll darken that inside area of the brow. Now take that and flip it over on the right. We're going to start at the top of the brow, going out and down. Round up the side of the brow, going up. And just pull this down underneath the eye. Work our way around the base of the eye. Let's darken up the inside corners of the eye, starting on the left. And we'll fill that in. Let's move to the center and start shaping out the nose, starting in the middle. Start with that straight line coming down towards the tip of the nose. And then we'll work our way out. And then with the nose in place, we're going to work our way around the inside edge of the mask, starting on the left side. And then at this stage, I'm going to go back in and start adding some detail around the mouth area. Now I'm going to go in with the flat edge of my pencil and start adding some shading around the mouth. I'll start with a drop shadow just underneath the nose, coming down towards the lip, and then we'll work our way around the outside. Now let's move back up and add some definition around the cheekbone on the left side. We're going to start underneath the eye. It's going to come down and bend that out. And we'll lightly shade that in. And then the shadow around the right side is going to be a little bit different. We're going to start on the inside edge of the eye. It's going to come down underneath the eye and taper that back in. Come down towards the bottom of the cheek. Curve up and out towards the right. And we'll pull that in underneath the eye. And then we'll darken that entire right side. Now it's always a good idea to step back from your drawing, just take a look at your overall composition to make sure that things are balanced out. Now you can see that I started from the center and worked my way out. So let's move up to the top and define the brow, starting on the left. I'm also going to add some more folds along the inside of the brow. Now we want to darken up the shading in the center of the brow and just blend this out as we go up and out. And as you get up to about halfway, we're just going to blend this out. I'm also going to feather out that edge just to soften it up. Now at this stage I want to move all the way up to the top and define the tips of the ears. Now to protect my drawing from any smudges, I use a separate piece of paper underneath my hand. And I also decided that I want to lengthen out the ears. So let's start the base. Just going up. Just going to go a little bit longer along the tips. And do the same thing on the right side. You can see that I'm just tracing the contours of the lines that I've created. And then I'll go in and darken the inside of the ears. And then from here we're going to work our way around the outside of the head. We're also going to add some shape to the outside of the neck. Starting on the left, just going to bend this out and then pull that in. And then I'll go back in with the side edge of my pencil and add a light shade across the entire head and shoulders. We're just going to work our way around the eyes, so we're not shading in the inside of the eyes. Now we're going to add some more contrast to our drawing by adding some more shadows. Let's start with the jaws. We're going to start at the bottom corner on the inside. We're going to start off dark along the inside and go a little bit lighter as we go up towards the top, towards the cheeks. And then we'll carry this shadow over along the right side of the head. And we'll start to fade this out as we go up. Now the head's going to cast a shadow across the neck on the right side. So let's start on the left jaw, sketch a line coming down, then bending that over towards the right, and then we'll shade in that area just underneath the head. We're also going to darken up the shoulders. Once we're happy with the overall balance of tones and shadow, we're going to go in and start adding some detail. And as we get near the end, I'm going to go back and darken up my shadows and add a few more details, also adding a drop shadow in behind my character. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Batman. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.